What would you do if the person you married stopped seeing you? Stopped touching you? Stopped wanting you? Some couples chose therapy. Some chose silence. And some chose him. Before this story begins, let me ask you something. How far would a relationship go to survive? And what happens when love turns into curiosity, and curiosity turns into obsession? This is not just a scandal story. This is about loneliness inside marriage, and the price people pay to feel desired again. In a quiet suburban neighborhood just outside the city, there lived a man named Adrian Cole. Adrian wasn't rich. He wasn't famous. He wasn't even particularly handsome in the traditional sense. But people talked about him. Wives whispered his name at brunch. Husbands mentioned him carefully, pretending they didn't care. The rumor was simple. Married couples sleep with him. But the real reason? It wasn't what outsiders assumed. The first couple who approached Adrian was Laura and Michael. From the outside, they looked perfect. 2 kids. Beautiful house. Social media smiles. But behind closed doors, their marriage had grown cold. No excitement. No spark. No feeling of being wanted. Laura confessed one night to Michael that she felt invisible. Michael admitted he felt insecure, like he wasn't enough. They didn't want divorce. They wanted something to wake them up. That's when they heard about Adrian. Not because he was some kind of performer, but because he had a reputation for something unusual. He listened. Adrian had once studied psychology before dropping out. He understood people. He understood body language. He understood silence. When couples met him, he didn't jump into anything physical. He asked questions. What are you afraid of? When did you stop touching each other? When was the last time you felt truly wanted? The couples said the same thing afterward. He makes you feel seen. Yes, intimacy happened. But it wasn't wild or chaotic like gossip suggested. It was slow. Intentional. Emotional. Adrian focused on making people feel desired again, especially the wives who had spent years feeling ignored. And strangely, many husbands were there too. Watching. Learning. Participating. For some couples, Adrian wasn't replacing anyone. He was a mirror. It wasn't about the best oral. That's just what people said because it was easier than admitting the truth. The real reason? He paid attention. He wasn't distracted by work emails. He didn't rush. He didn't perform. He created space for vulnerability. And in that space, couples rediscovered each other. Some marriages grew stronger. Some collapsed. But no one left unchanged. Of course, secrets don't stay buried in small communities. Church groups started whispering. Parents stopped inviting certain families to events. Adrian became the villain. Homewrecker. Manipulator. Immoral. But here's the twist. Every couple who had been with him defended him. He didn't steal anything, one husband said. He showed us what we were missing. Everything changed when one couple, Daniel and Sophia, came to him in desperation. They had been married 15 years. Zero intimacy for almost 3. They thought Adrian would fix them like he had fixed others. But this time was different. Sophia fell for him emotionally. Not physically. Emotionally. For the first time in years, someone had looked at her like she mattered. And she didn't want to go back to normal life. Daniel saw it in her eyes. That's when Adrian did something no one expected. He ended it. Completely. He told Sophia, "I'm not meant to replace love. I'm meant to remind you it exists." Months later, Adrian left the neighborhood quietly. No scandal. No police. No dramatic confrontation. Just gone. Some couples repaired their marriages. Some divorced. But almost all of them admitted something privately. They hadn't gone to Adrian for pleasure. They had gone because they were lonely. This story isn't about one man. It's about what happens when people stop talking to the person they promised forever to. It's about how intimacy is more than physical acts. It's attention, patience, validation. Adrian was never the best at anything physical. He was simply present. And sometimes, presence is the most powerful thing in the world. If you enjoyed this emotional, complicated relationship story, one that explores desire, insecurity, and the fragile line between healing and destruction, let me know. Because the most dangerous affairs don't start in bedrooms. They start in silence.